The function drip inside the POC contract we'll call vat.suck. This function will mint DAI without any collaterals, and it can only be called by authorized accounts. So today we'll rewrite the function suck and heal inside the back contract. I'll start off by copying these two functions and then pasting it inside our CDP engine contract. Next, we have some state variables that are not yet defined inside our contract. So I'll copy the state variables and then paste it in here. The state variables that we'll have to declare inside this contract are sin and vice. Back inside the back contract, the state variable sin is a mapping from address to uint256, and this value uint256 will have the unit of rad. And then we also have vice over here, which is a uint256, and it represents total unbacked DAI. Again, the units will be in red. Okay, so I'll copy these two state variables and then paste it here. We've already declared the state variable det, so we don't need this here. Let's begin by rewriting the function suck. We rename this function to mint. The inputs will be the destination of the det. Let's call this det DST. And then the coin destination, coin DST, and for the amount red. Notice that this function has an auth modifier, so only an authorized account will be able to call this function. First, it adds sin for u. U was det destination, and what is sin? Sin will represent unbacked det that was allocated to this address. Let's rename this to unbacked debts. And then we'll do the same over here inside the function mint. Okay, and then it's gonna add to the current det, the current unbacked det of det destination for the amount red. We can simplify this by simply saying plus equals red. Okay, next it adds DAI to B. We rename this input as coin destination, and we'll rename this mapping DAI to coin. Then it's adding to the current value of coin for coin destination, the amount red. Again, we can simplify this to say plus equals red. I'll do the same for vice and det as well. Rewrite this as plus equals red, and then I'll do the same over here. Plus equals red. Okay, all we have to do is rename the variables vice and det. Inside the comments, we can see that vice represents the total unbacked DAI. Let's rename this as system unbacked det. Then I'll do the same over here. System unbacked det. And then the state variable det, we renamed it as system det. Okay, so what this function suck is going to do is it's gonna mint DAI to coin destination for the amount rad, and the unbacked det will be given to det destination. When this function is called, the det will increase, and also the unbacked amount of det will increase. Okay, so that's the function mint. Next, let's move on to rewriting the function heal. What this function is going to do is repay the unbacked det by subtracting the coin amount and then also subtracting the unbacked det. Let's call this function burn. First, it sets the address u to message sender, and then all of these state variables are updated by calling the internal function called sub. Let's just simply remove this and say minus equals red. This will be minus equals rad over here, and these two will be the same. Minus equals rad and minus equals rad again. Okay, all we're left with is renaming the state variables. Sin will be unbacked debts of this user. DAI will be coin. Vice will be system unbacked det, the total system unbacked det, and that will be the total system det. So what's going on here is it's repaying for the unbacked det from the coin balance of message sender. The coin balance of message sender is deducted, and the unbacked det is also deducted, and the total unbacked det and the system det is also deducted. And notice that this function can be called by anyone, since it's the caller that's going to be repaying for the unbacked det. Let's try compiling this contract. Inside my terminal, I'll type forge build. Okay, and our contract compiles.